Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at how to work the basic stitches and get straight edges, no gaps, no bumps. Okay, so if we start off with a chain of 6. For the single crochets, ignore the loop on your hook and skip the first chain. Insert your hook in the top of the second stitch or the top of the second chain, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Then if you pop a stitch marker straight away, just in that little loop there, that will be the top of your very first stitch. Next, single crochet in each chain along. And you should have a total of 5 single crochets when you've finished. Now in the patterns it will say to you quite often, chain 1 and turn, but for this stitch you don't actually need to, and you eliminate any bumps as well by doing this. So just turn your work and then straight away go in that very first stitch under both loops. You can see there's like a little V there, you're going under both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then straight away pop your stitch marker in the top of that first stitch, just there. You'll see a little bar here as well, that's also a good little landmark. And if you count on each row, you shouldn't go too far wrong. Make sure you've always got the same number of stitches. It's a good idea to practice just with a few stitches. Okay, so we've done 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this we know now is our last stitch. So you pop your hook in there and complete your final single crochet. Remove your stitch marker. You can remove it before you do the stitch if you prefer, and then turn. Once more, insert your hook into that first stitch and complete a single crochet. That's going to be the top of your single crochet, so you can pop your stitch marker in there. So that's your first stitch, second, third, fourth, and finally your 5th. And that's all there is to getting really neat edges with the single crochet. Now once you get used to working the single crochet, you'll be able to just turn your work, go straight into that first stitch with a single crochet, no chains, and work your single crochets to the end. Always counting, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one is going to be just here. Now because you didn't put a stitch marker, or I didn't put a stitch marker here, it can become a bit confusing. But if you just look here, this is the back of the single crochet. You have a little bar and 2 legs just there, and to the left is a little horizontal, well, there are 2 horizontal bars just there. If you turn, you'll know that your little stitch, top of your stitch, is just here. So aim for getting your hook under the front and the back loop. It is slightly tighter, and that's the idea, because that means you get a straighter, neater edge, and just complete your final single crochet. So there you go. And you can see that where you've got the little bar here, there's a little space there, and either side of there, good landmarks for when you're doing your edgings. Right, so that's the single crochet with neat edges, no bumps, sorry, and no gaps. And the half double crochet It's a very similar technique, and as you can see here, there are no gaps, and it's relatively neat. Okay, so with the half double crochet, instead of chaining 2 as the patterns would suggest, just chain 1 and turn your work, and then go ahead and do a half double crochet in that very first stitch. And that's just your yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. And you complete this to the end of the row. Again, yarn over, and as we said before when we were doing the single crochet, there's that little bar just above there will be the top of our stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3. And this time, because we're doing half double crochets, just chain 1, turn your work again, yarn over, straight into the first stitch, which is just there, yarn over and pull through all 3, and then just complete your half double crochets along. And this is just slightly different here. You'll see there's a little bar just there. Just turn your work and you'll notice the top of the stitch is here. So this little crossover bit is part of your half double crochet, yarn over before. So under there and under there, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all 3. There we go. So you can see the tops of your stitches here now. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next, to do the double crochets, this is slightly different. Don't chain, just turn your work and go straight in with a single crochet. I know it sounds a bit odd, but this does work. Single crochet, and then find that left leg of your single crochet, which is just here, and single crochet into that little leg. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. And what that does, it makes a thicker post, so it looks slightly like a double crochet, but it brings your work up to the right height and it eliminates any gaps. And then you just double crochet into the next stitch along. Because we did some half double crochets here, just turn your work and you see the top of the stitch there. So for your double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook under the top 2 loops in this stitch there, and complete your double crochet. And once again, just be mindful here, we've got that little yarn over there. There's our final little bar, and if we look here, you'll see that little V there. Just pop your hook under there, yarn over, pull through, and then complete your double crochet. And of course in the UK these are trebles. And there you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. So for one more row of the double crochets, turn your work, insert your hook and do a single crochet, and then in the same single crochet but in the left leg, single crochet again. Then go ahead and single crochet across, I'm sure I said single crochet across. I meant double crochet across. There we go. So we've done 4. Now for our final one, just here you can't really see a bar with the double crochet. If you just rotate your work, you'll see that little V there. That's the top of the stitch that you need to work into. You could put a stitch marker if you prefer. And there you go. So that's 2 rows of double crochet. We do one more, a single crochet, another single crochet into the left leg of the single crochet, and in case you may struggle to find where the top of that stitch is, just pop your stitch marker in there, and then you'll be fine when you come back the other way. So double crochet all the way across, and you can see there's the last stitch, and we've got 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're going to do the treble crochets. Once again, turn your work, single crochet directly in that stitch, single crochet into the left leg of the single crochet, and that brings us up to the height of the double crochet, but because we want a treble, we're going to do a single crochet into the left leg of that single crochet, and then we've got, if you look here, a stitch height of 3, and then you're going to yarn over twice to your next stitch, complete your treble. So yarn over, work off 2, yarn over, work off 2, yarn over, work off 2, and to do your treble again, yarn over twice into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And once more for the treble, yarn over twice, and again working off 3 times. And here we know that's the top of our stitch just there because we popped a stitch marker in. Yarn over twice and pop your hook in there and complete your treble. And of course in the UK these are double trebles. Okay, so can remove that stitch marker, turn our work, single crochet in the first stitch without a chain, single crochet in the left leg of the single crochet, and single crochet in the left leg of the single crochet again. So we've done that 3 times. So we've done 3 single crochets on top of each other to give us the height of the treble stitch. Then yarn over twice into the next stitch. Do your treble, and here we have the top of the stitch. Of course, I've shown you how to use your stitch marker. That's personal preference. So counting your stitches always, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a good little guide. Right, so here we can see now we've got a nice little sample of our single crochets with our half double crochets and double crochets and our trebles, and we've got reasonably neat edges, no bumps and no gaps. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Be grateful if you're not already subscribed, if you would. If you've enjoyed, you could also give it a thumbs up and leave any comments. I read them all. And hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, so once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.